So if you're anything like me, I love to use technology to supplement my notes from class, and I thought I would show you guys today sort of kind of how I do that. So if you would like to see that, stay tuned here. But I'm just going to show you guys the top 5 apps that I use to study for nursing school. Here's my home page. I have a whole folder that says nursing up here at the top. And we're going to go into these top 5 apps. The first one is OneNote. And what OneNote is it connects your phone and your computer together. So instead of taking notes on Word, I found that if I take my notes on OneNote, that I can have them at all times. So if you see here, I've recently started doing this semester, so like the past 3 weeks or so. But I put a different section for each of my classes. So right now I only have critical care and psych on here. But if you go into them, I put a different page for each different subject that we go over. So acute upper GI bleed, hepatitis, even though I don't have much on there. Some of them I just do recordings. So that's another cool feature, is that my recordings are right with my notes, so I don't have to go many different places. All of my stuff is right here. So my recording's there and my notes are there. I just have to paste it on there because when I was doing this, my computer was updating, and so I was just recording what my teacher was saying because I didn't take any notes for those couple of lectures. But down here you can see I do have some of my trauma notes and burns and head and spinal. But I just love this app because it connects my phone and my computer, so when I'm out and about and on the go, I can just look at my phone if I have some downtime and I can study, and it can be really effective instead of just looking up stuff on the internet and doing it that way. So yeah, PigManik is another one. PigManik, I'm sure you guys have seen others talk about this app, but I love it. I don't actually pay for PigManik. I use the free version. So you download the app, and as you can see down here at the bottom, it says you get 1 free video play and 20 free quiz questions. So I just watch 1 video a day and do 20 free quiz questions, and it still helps me a lot. There's lots of different subjects on here. You can see the recently ones that I've done is cardiac tamponade, dialysis, increased intracranial pressure. I really like that one. But here I'll kind of do some of the quizzes for you guys. So it just kind of quizzes you. This one's an intervention. Mannitol is the drug that you give for ICP. So yeah, and it kind of gives you a little picture up there that helps you to remember it for like long term. And it's good for me because I'm very visual and auditory, so it plays it for you, you can see it, and you just remember it. Like I literally just remember it. Then I also have Quizlet, of course. Everyone talks about Quizlet. I haven't used it as much this semester, but there's always good NCLEX style questions that you can use on Quizlet to test your knowledge of subjects. So as you can see, I have different folders and classes for my different classes in nursing school, and you, like I said, you can always find good NCLEX questions on Quizlet. I'm not going to go too much into that. Then I have NRSNG, which is not actually an app, or it is an app, but the app doesn't have what I need on it. So I have the little link from my homepage saved, but you can go in here, and I have bought the MedSurg review course from them. So it has certain ones that you can go into. I'll go to GIGU, but like it has a bunch of disorders on here. GERD, pancreatitis, all of them that you would see in regular MedSurg. And it goes into, like, I'll go to chronic kidney disease. So you can see it has a video that plays that you can watch, and the video kind of goes through this overview that's also on here. So it talks about causes, diagnostics. It's like a very shortened, sweet, to the point, like what you need to know, what's most important. And I love that about this app in particular. patient education, nursing concepts. Those are like, you know, the things that you probably need to focus on the most. And it kind of puts them in order for you too, in priority order. So I think that's awesome. This is the NRSNG clinical library, which I use occasionally. But like I said, it doesn't have my review course that I usually use, so I had to actually add that on. But they do have nursing practice questions on here, which are pretty cool. So you can go in and do these. I think there's only so many that, I think there's only so many, ooh, I got that right with like barely reading it. I think there's only so many that you can actually like do. I haven't really done these actually, so that's the first one that I've gotten. Now I have 100%, as you can see. But yeah, I do use this sometimes for the flashcards that it has. So like you can look at the cardiac ones and it'll just show you little, it's only 3, because once again the free version, because I'm cheap, because we on college student budget out here. And then the last one that I have is Epocrates, or Epocrates. I think it's Epocrates though. And I use this a lot during clinical and also for my documentation. Okay, if I can please get out of this. Epocrates, it gives you like if you're searching for a drug, you can just go on here and say I'm looking for cefazolin, I guess. So you go onto there and it shows you the adverse reactions, the safety. It goes into everything, and I use this especially for like I said, my documentation. So when I do my documentation, it usually asks me like the indications, the drug class, and it usually has all of that kind of stuff on here. Like the first thing I saw whenever I searched here, I'm gonna do a different one. Let's do mannitol since we just talked about it. Y'all, why does everybody want to send me stuff right now? Okay, so if you search mannitol, it shows you the class. It's a diuretic, it's an osmotic diuretic, and it tells you that there's no warning, no black box warning. You can go in and see the adult dosing, and you can go in and see the adverse reactions. These are the things that you would usually have to chart. Interactions, that'll be key, like whenever I do become a nurse, you know, making sure that there's nothing interacting. The monitoring parameters, we usually have to chart that, like what are you monitoring while the patient's taking this drug. It also has pill pictures, which is really cool, so you can go in and see like what it should actually look like. And then also the pharmacology, so it shows you like the half-life and where it metabolizes. But yes, so that's kind of just my walk through a few of the apps that I use for nursing school. I only use a few because, like I said, I just supplement my learning with these. I don't study with these. Mostly study my paper notes and my computer notes, and then whenever I have time, I get on OneNote and kind of review. If I'm out and about, I go on PigManik once every day and watch some videos, do some quiz questions. Before a test, I will get on Quizlet and do some NCLEX style questions, and then NRSNG if I don't understand something or I don't understand what the priority is, I will go to NRSNG and they will help me. And Epocrates also is for clinical. Like I said, you just kind of get all the stuff that you need for your documentation off of that app, which is really awesome, because I don't like to look at my book. So, or if I can't find it in my book, sometimes it's very hard to find stuff in my book that we have, our drug book. So this is just a lot simpler for me. I know exactly where to look for my information. So yeah, so if you guys liked this video, press the like button down below, subscribe to see more from me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.